My first DeCoverly was about 17 years ago. I was looking at various English setter breeders. So when I came down here, they showed me some dogs in the field. The dog that they took me in the field with, his name was Davy. I remember talking with the staff out in the parking lot, and Davy was sitting there watching me. And as we were chatting, the next thing I knew, Davy had put his paws on my chest and was licking my face. And so at that point, I pretty much knew these dogs were for me.
DeCoverly Kennels is a full-service kennel that also breeds Ryman-type English setters. We offer obedience training, retriever training, pointing dog training, flushing dog training. We also are a full-service boarding kennel. We offer up to the master level in upland hunting, spaniel tests, in master level for the pointing dog hunting tests, and master national level for the retrievers. We go to the master national every year.
I'm Nick Puhak. I've been in pointing dogs. My dad got me my first one when I was 12. I got serious into it when I was about 18. Started doing it professionally probably around 30 years old. I love training dogs to help people enjoy their hunt and enjoy their dog. I love bird dogs. Just it amazes me every time I see a dog, bam, go on point. It just amazes me that they can do it, and it's fun to help people enjoy that. What makes the training here special is that we have a team of people that have years of experience. I'm in it for 20, 30 years already. Bridget's in it the same amount of time. Mike and Tom both have lots of experience. We can help your dog through noise issues, being gun shy, anything like that, to pointing problems, to obedience problems. We bring an awful lot to the table like that. We all love dogs, and we want to see them do their best.
Nick and his staff are world class. You have access to a beautiful piece of property, pheasants, chuckers, diverse set of cover, the access to the trainers to fix problems when they arise. It really is a all-inclusive type training situation where you don't lack for anything. In fact, you get the best of every world with access to birds and cover and the trainers.
I'll tell you, one of the things that kind of put me over on DeCoverly was I was sold on the dogs themselves, but the training program here and the pro trainers that are on staff really were my mentors. So having that great resource, these great professional trainers to kind of help me on my journey training the dogs was a big factor.
A lot of what DeCoverly and the trainers do is train the owner, right? Not just train the dog. That's what's great about this facility, is being able to grow yourself and along with your dog, and it makes a better team all the way together.
So I bring my dogs here to DeCoverly because they have a very diverse training. Nick and Tom and Mike, we do whatever needs to be worked on. If you're having problems with retrieving, we do retrieving. If you're having problems with setting the dog up and making him whoa and stand, we work on that.
As far as the retriever program goes, we offer several different ways to get your dog trained. We have an in-house boarding program where they can come and stay for 1 month to 10 months to 2 years, depending on what the goals are. People come in and I train them and their dog, where it's an hourly lesson, sometimes private, sometimes semi-private, sometimes a great big group, where they're running their dog and I literally say, do this now, do that now, here's how we get there. We teach them how to do the trained retrieve, we teach them the obedience, the collar conditioning, where they're doing all of the handling of their own dog as opposed to me handling their dog for them. It teaches the people more, the owner, more about how to get there and then how to problem solve in the future. And it just makes them better dog people. It makes them understand their dog more. And it also creates a better bond with the dog.
We had a very difficult time getting my Labrador Retriever puppy, Madison, to not only retrieve, but swim. And Bridget was successful in a visit to improve her retrieving of actual dummies to birds and build the confidence that we were in the right direction moving in the right direction with a very young dog that was not performing.
The facility at DeCoverly Kennels consists of 187 acres of groomed field and ponds. We have sorghum planted for the upland dogs, which we also use for the retrievers and the Flushing dogs. We have multiple wingers that we use for the retrievers. We have multiple launchers we use for the pointing dogs. Anything that it needs to take to get a dog trained, we have here.
So an English setter is the classic gentleman's gun dog, right? I mean, they're bred and trained to hunt grouse, and grouse hunting is what I like to do and have a lot of access to that. So an English setter from DeCoverly made great sense to not only hunt grouse but pheasants, and to be able to train both dogs here. Well, it's a win-win for everyone, right?
These setters are what's known as a Ryman type of setter. In the 1920s, there's a fellow by the name of George Ryman who lived in eastern Pennsylvania, and these line of dogs stem from those dogs. Every single dog in this kennel goes back to the George Ryman line. George Ryman used to cross field and show dogs to create what he thought was the perfect gun dog, one that looked good and ran like a hunting dog. We do the same thing. We are now bringing in show dogs to fix structure, and then we bring in field trials to bring in some drive, because sometimes the show dogs don't have quite the drive or tenacity that we're looking for. So we do a little bit of a blend of both field and show to still get that Ryman type of dog, a dog that looks like an English setter is supposed to do and hunts with enthusiasm and guts.
A pretty important part of bird dogs is they're our companions. They live with us in the house year-round. We spend time with our dogs in the outdoors, skiing, mountain biking, hiking. They're great around the house. I mean, every morning I have my cup of coffee in my chair, and Willow usually crawls up into my lap and all 55 pounds of her and falls asleep. We like that about these setters, the fact that our little nieces can come over and give our setters a bear hug, and they just love it. When it comes to breeding, I have basically 3 categories that I look at. I look at structure, I look at field ability, and I look at temperament. I am looking for one that has drive and can put up with a little bit of adversity, be able to work through a correction. And then temperament, I want a dog that will, when we pick up a gun or a bell, that then jumps up and says, okay, it's time to go hunting, but I want that off switch. We are probably one of the most versatile kennels in the country, because we offer both venues, the pointing and the flushing and the retrievers and the obedience. We are full service all around the book.